Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me, beta? Class, can you hear me? Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, thank you so much. How are you all? Okay, beta. Today we are going to start our lecture number 29 and Alhamdulillah, I'm fine, beta. Okay, beta, open your books. Today we are going to start our lecture number 29 and our chapter's name is, as you know, Pakistan as a welfare state. So open your books, page number. We have to start from page number 160. Okay. First of all, once again, I want to tell you the basic definition of a welfare state. What is the meaning of welfare state? Which type of state is called welfare state? So, a state that cares for the basic needs of its citizens and enables them to live a peaceful life is called actually a welfare state. Is it clear? I repeat once again, a state that cares for the basic needs of its citizens and enables them to live a peaceful life is called a welfare state. So there are some objectives of a welfare state, or there must be some objectives of such a state. So the objectives of a welfare state, which I told you in the previous class also. So once again, I'm going to tell you the objectives of such a state are to eliminate illiteracy, poverty, and injustice from the society. And these are the three big issues or major problems of any society. And if the state claims that this state or any other state is the welfare state, so the first objective of such a state should be to eliminate illiteracy and injustice, especially from the society, and provides, and that type of state provides its citizens different opportunities to help to create environment and to develop of their potential, and the opportunities are provided to all the citizens on equal terms. This is very important thing, that the opportunities are provided by the welfare state to all the citizens should be on equal terms. Is it clear? Better first of all, be focused towards your lecture, and after my lecture, in the last 10 minutes, I will tell you about the home assignment and other details. Okay. So now, as I told you, that there are some duties of a welfare state, and there should be some duties of welfare state to like to eliminate illiteracy, poverty, and injustice from the society, and to provide the opportunities, all type of opportunities to all the citizens on equal basis. Is it clear? So, in a welfare state, basic needs of the citizens are fulfilled, and their welfare is the foremost duty of the state. Beta, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Tell me in your chat box. आ रही है सिर्फ ये तो पागल है पागल ओके ओके थैंक यू फातिमा Okay, beta. So, in a welfare state, basic needs of the citizens are fulfilled, and their welfare is the foremost duty of the state. So, the people in a welfare state are therefore patriotic, bold, and outspoken. So, if a welfare state claims that the state is a welfare state, so there should be uh, equal opportunities to the students. Okay, thank you so much, beta. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, so if a welfare state will give all type of the opportunities to its citizens on the equal basis, then the citizens of that specific welfare state will be patriotic, bold, and outspoken as well. Is it clear? So, okay, this is the basically meaning of a welfare state, and I told you that what is the meaning of a welfare state, what will be the objectives of the welfare state, and which type of the problems a state can be faced, and how a welfare state will eliminate these problems from the society. So now, actually, from our previous lecture, we are um, going to discuss the different types of the goals and objectives of a welfare state. So, in our previous lecture, we discussed the main objective of an Islamic welfare state, Islamic objectives of the welfare state and national goals of Pakistani Islamic society. Is it clear? So now we are going to discuss our third objective, which is actually the objective of our welfare state. And this is need for a sustained constructive efforts need for sustained constructive effort. So look at your books, take your pencils with you, and the whole paragraph of page number 160 and 61. Start from 161 is most important paragraph. Is it clear? So what is the meaning of sustained constructive efforts? The nation which has the will, you can see, the nation which has the will to progress continuously its efforts by using available resources to progress on the actually road to progress with self sufficiency. So once again I'm going to tell you the meaning of self sufficiency. What is the meaning of self sufficiency, or you can say self-sufficient? So underline these lines and write down the meaning of self-sufficient. The meaning is to able to maintain the needs of their country without any outside aid. Is it clear? To be able to complete to fulfill the needs of a country without any outside aid, that is actually called the self sufficiency. Is it clear? Meda beta, be focused towards your lecture right now. Okay, but it is not possible to transform a country into a welfare state overnight. Underline these lines. It means that it is not possible to for any country to transform its country into a welfare state overnight or in a 1 or 2 days. Is it clear? So it will be a long process to convert any country into a welfare state. So this is a sustained and constant process actually. Is it clear? Sustained mean to be there, the government should be stable, the government should be constant, or and the government should will the government will uh, sustain on this process, and then they will be called the welfare state. So, it is not possible to transform a country into a welfare state overnight. This is a very long process. It's sustained and constant process, and it has the following important aspects. So, being a welfare state, the government should follow the some important aspects of lives, and then they will call the welfare state. Is it clear? So, what are these objectives, or what are these important aspects? So, first of all, awareness about the national goals. Awareness about the national goals. Look at the heading of this topic very carefully. What is the meaning of this? The government should aware about the national goals. If a government will aware about its problems, its foremost goals, what should be gained first and what should be there at the second place. So this is called the awareness about the national goals. So a government should be able to aware its national goals. So only those nations progress whose people are aware about their national goals. Underline these lines. These goals are always prefixed. Is it clear? These goals are always prefixed. It means all the goals and objectives should be fixed, prefixed. Is it clear? So, this can be This can be achieved by careful planning and proper implementation. Is it clear? So, underline these lines. If a government, if a state wants to be called a welfare state, then the government should fully aware about its national goals, and these goals will be helpful for the speedy development of the country. So this can be achieved by careful planning. So it means government should plan all the objectives and proper implementation. So after the planning of the objectives of the government, there should be proper implementation on these objectives. So this process continues forever, not for a short time, not for a year or 2 year, because I told you that it is a constant process to become a welfare state. It is not a process that the government will become the welfare state overnight. It is a sustained process. It is a continuous process. So when government will aware about its national goals, then there should be a planned national goals, and there should be a specific implementation on these specific goals. So this process continues forever. Also, constant struggle and strong willpower is necessary to achieve the goals. This is very important thing, that this process continues forever. And which process of developing the country, process of being called a welfare state. So it is a long process, it will be a long process. Also constant struggle needed and strong willpower is necessary to achieve the goals. The government which wants to be called a welfare state, to be a welfare state, should have a strong willpower, and it is very necessary to achieve the goals of a government. Is it clear? So underline these lines. The whole paragraph is most important paragraph. Okay. Next one is the dignity of labor. The dignity of labor. So it means that the people should be made conscious of the value and the dignity of labor. How? Especially the younger generation should be taught that progress and development without devotion and hard labor would merely be a dream. So all the development and all the progress is actually based on the hardship of labor, dignity of labor, devotion of labor. Is it clear? Qaid Azam had advised the youth to feel dignity in their self, in their work, and make it as their aim in life. Underline these lines. So Qaid-e-Azam also advised the youth to feel dignity in the work and make it as their aim in life. It means that youth has an objective, or youth has an aim in life, be to feel dignity in their work. Is it clear? So the sense of dignity of labor should generate and start from home. So we should be able to feel dignity in our work. So next one is nature of education. Is it clear? Which type of education will be progressive for the development of the country, for the progress of the country? So, progress cannot be achieved through the simple education alone. National resources can properly be utilized through advancement in the scientific and especially the technical knowledge. Underline these lines. Progress cannot be achieved through general education alone. Especially national resources can properly be utilized through advancement in the scientific and technical knowledge. So there should be the much advancement in the scientific and technical knowledge. Therefore, it is necessary to accelerate the pace of national construction with the help of technical and scientific education as well. And what is the meaning of accelerate? To be fasten. Write down the meaning of accelerate: to be fasten, to be quick. And what is the meaning of pace? The meaning of pace is to take step. Is it clear? So, therefore, it is necessary to take the first steps for the national construction, and with the help of technical and scientific education and training as well. People should be trained in their professions. People should be trained professionally. Is it clear? Okay. Next one is guidance and encouragement. Since the independence of Pakistan in 1947, different sectors of our economy have shown a lot of progress, especially agriculture and industry have progressed. Um, and you know that we are an agricultural country, so the agriculture and industry have made much progress. A number of mega projects have been completed and some are in process of completion. So so these guide and encourage the people of Pakistan to undertake progressive methods of production. Is it clear? So there will be a guideline for the progressive production for the people of Pakistan or any country if a state wants to be a welfare state. But the need is to continue our struggle for more development and make Pakistan a welfare state. So as I told you that being a welfare state is a long term process, is a continuous process, and for this process it is necessary to continue our struggle for more development and make Pakistan a welfare state. So you can see, as a part of constructive effort for sustained development, some welfare programs for the disabled and needy people have been started within the country. Is it clear? And all you know what is the meaning of disabled and needy people? Poor persons and the people who are physically disabled, physically, mentally retarded. So some welfare programs for these type of people, which are called disabled, and actually these people are called, not called disabled, these people are called special persons, special people. And also needy people have been started, these programs have been started for them within the country, such as establishment of industrial homes for the female, the females who does not the go outside for any for their income, increasing their income, so they can start their industries, small industries at their homes. And establishment of health centers, educational institutes of the deaf and dumb people, training centers for physically handicapped persons, and recreational spots for general public, establishment of anti-begging centers. These centers are very important centers where they train the beggars, where they train the beggars in a very well manners, and also teach them some skills, so they do not beg on the roads, and they do their work with their hands. Is it clear? So, like this, some educational institutes for the deaf and dumb people are also very important, and they are working in a great manners at the government level, and at the in the private sector as well. So these are some welfare programs which are being started by the government of Pakistan for the special, or you can say disabled persons and needy people. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of self sufficiency in food? If a government wants to be called a welfare state, so their type of government should be self sufficient in the sector of food. So, food is the basic need of the people. Lack of proper or sufficient food for the people results in poor health. So, for the better health of the people or the nation of any country, so there is need for the proper and sufficient food for them. When people are not healthy, their efficiency or their work or their energy level to work will decrease. So the development and construction process of the country will go down as well. Is it clear? If the people are not healthy, then the construction process of any country will go down. Import of food from other countries will affect other sectors of development, like economy of the country. If we will import any type of or much food from other countries, then our economy will be decreased. Is it clear? And our economy will be affected as well, especially the industrial development, because valuable foreign exchange will be spent on the import of the food items. So by increasing agricultural products, we will be able to. So here are some ways through which we can gain our agricultural products much than today. So these are as follow. You can see that save valuable foreign exchange, and how we can save our foreign exchange which is spent on the import of stuff. We can grow much food. We should try to grow the food here in our country, and we have a very best um, system, canal system in our country, world's best canal system in our country. So we are an agricultural country, so we should save valuable foreign exchange which is spent on the import of food stuff, establish more industries, increase products, and earn foreign exchange, decrease in the foreign loans. हमें लोन नहीं लेने चाहिए. Decrease in the foreign loans. So increase people's purchasing power and improve quality of life, flourish trade and business. So government should flourish the trade. Government should extend the trade and business, and provide job opportunities to people and eliminate the poverty. Is it clear? So these are some steps which can increase our agricultural products and which also increase our economy level. Okay. The government has paying special attention also for the development of agricultural sector with an objective to make the country self sufficient in the food. For this purpose following steps have been taken. Especially the water resources have been enhanced through construction of dams and construction of water canals. As I told you, we have a best water canal system in our country. In some new areas government should construct the water canals. Efforts are being made to line the canals and the water courses. Steps have been taken to eradicate waterlogging and salinity, or you can say waterlogging. What is the meaning of waterlogging and salinity? Which is very big hurdle for the construction of outfall drain system. So, what is the meaning of salinity and waterlogging? Anyone who can tell me? Tell me better in your chat box. Okay, a number of agricultural institutes have been set up. They are providing useful advice on agricultural problems and suggest healthy seeds and fertilizers for more production. So this is very important point. A number of agricultural institutes have been set up in our country. There is a very famous agricultural university also in Faisalabad in our country, and they are providing useful advices on the agricultural problems to the farmers and suggest healthy seeds and fertilizers for more production. So these are some important steps which are necessary for the self-sufficiency in the food. Okay. As a result of government does Pakistan has become self-sufficient or almost so in a number of agricultural products like rice, cotton, wheat, sugar, and chemical fertilizers. So, the foreign exchange saved from the import of food items is being spent on the establishment of the industries. So, the day is not far when Pakistan will be self sufficient in the food. Is it clear? The day is not far when Pakistan will be self sufficient in the sector of food producing. Is it clear? Any question? If you have any question, tell me in your chat box, beta. If you have any question, are you listening me, beta?
क्या करूं?
Turn off your mics, beta. Okay, Fatma. Zimil, beta, tell me what is the meaning of salinity? I also explained these words in your physical classes in detail. What is the meaning of salinity? Hamza, Fatima, Zimil, bitter, yes, salty water. What is the meaning of actually the salinity in the water? And then also tell me what is the meaning of the nature of education, which we have discussed in our present lecture. What is the meaning of which type of education should be there in the progressive country? Which country is a developing country? Which type of the education will be or should be there? Tell me, beta, in your chat box. Give me the answers. Give me your answers, beta, in your chat box. Yes, beta. Fozia, Godwin, give me the answer in your chat box, beta. Azhan, beta, correct your email ID. Yes, yes, Godwin. Salinity is the saltiness of water. Very good. Yes, Azhan, what are you saying? And what is the meaning of nature of education? Tell me in your chat box, beta. What is the meaning of nature of education? Which type of education must be there in a developing country? Zimil, yes. Amount of salt in the water. Very good. Okay. No, Fozia beta. It is not a right answer. Uh, what is the meaning of clear? Yes, yes, Fatima, well done. Technical education and training are necessary in our developing country. Okay, education is given without discrimination. Yes, obviously, Abdurrahman, this is another issue, but I'm asking which type of education must be there in our developing country. Yes, scientific and technical education. Well done, Godwin. Very good. Scientific and technical education will be or must be there in our developing country. Okay, Fozia, what are you saying? I was saying that the lecture is okay. Okay, so I was saying that the scientific and technical education must be there in a developing country, and there should be also the trainers and trainees are will be must be there. So in the scientific and technological technical institutions and in these professions, so there must be the trained persons in the developing countries who must be trained in the science and technical departments. Is it clear? Okay. Okay, beta. Now I'm going to tell you about your home assignment. I'm going to upload today's home assignment right after my lecture, and then you have to do these all these assignments of this chapter on copy one. Is it clear? You have to do today's home assignment in copy one, and I also told you in my previous class that you have, if you have copy 1, then you have to do these questions in copy 1, otherwise you have to do these questions on loose sheets. So attach these loose sheets in the copy 1 and also do all the work which I'm going to upload in copy 1. Is it clear? Yes, Azhan, bilkul, of course. Yes. Okay, well done. Okay, Zimil, very good. You have to paste or attach these loose sheets in copy 1. Okay, beta. Is everything clear in your minds about home assignment and copies and today's slide? You have to do all the home assignments, today's home assignment, previous homework, and the next homework in copy 1. Okay. So that's all for today. Okay, beta. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
स्कूल खुलेंगे क्या रमजान